Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I am so excited to come on and just not only just dance and vibe and do all that things, all the good things with you guys. I hope that your week is off to a good start. Today, of course, I just feel like we can't ever get enough discussion around lead generation. Now, one thing that I've come across is that there's this concept, right? You find what you're looking for, which I find is so perfect for when we talk about lead generation, okay? But before we jump in to talk about how do we find our people, for those of you who don't know me, hello, my name is Molly. I am a LinkedIn business coach for career coaches, and I specialize specifically on optimizing and monetizing your LinkedIn profile with lead generation, attraction marketing, and experience-based sales. So that is who I am, and that's my jam, okay? Now, one of the things that I want to just first break down, okay, is and in case anybody's wondering, I'm going to go into this in so much more detail at tomorrow's workshop that is a complimentary workshop that I'm hosting. And so if you haven't snagged the ticket to join yet, make sure you do, because it's going to be really, really awesome. Now, with that being said, one of the things that I really want to talk about first and foremost is a lot of you don't even know who you're looking for. Okay. So I want to first out just come out there and say, if you don't know who you are looking for, it's going to make it challenging for you to find that person. Okay. So what do I mean by that? I mean this. You have to understand who your Olympian is. Now, I've had this conversation time and time again, and I'm going to say it time and time again. You have to know who you're speaking to, okay? Who's your ready to roll, going to be the perfect person, okay? Perfect, I'm going to use that term loosely, okay? Perfect person who's going to be like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to roll. This is my person. I am ready to work with the coach to get the result that I want, okay? Many of you aren't yet there. You haven't quite niched down. And I get it. So many of you guys get so upset about the fact that you guys don't want to go ahead and niche down because you're afraid and concerned that if I niche down, then if that's the case, what if that means that I'm not going to have all the clients? I'm going to limit myself. People are not going to have access to me. And you cannot continue to consider it that way. If you think of it that way, you're already going to get into a place where it's not going to help you to find what you're looking for, okay? So first off, I just want to make sure that you understand who is that, okay? Now, if you're still needing help trying to identify who that person is, again, join me tomorrow. We are going to go into this in a lot more depth on helping you to figure out who that ideal client is and how to then identify that lead generation strategy, okay? But for today's talk, this is what we're going to talk about, okay? One of the things that I want for you guys to do, and not a lot of people actually talk about this, so I'm going to share this with you guys because this is something that can be a very simple concept, but not many people understand it, or it's almost like it's too simple that sometimes people overthink it, okay? I want for you to think about what are the posts on LinkedIn that your ideal client is engaging in, okay? Think about it. Now, as a career coach, a lot of you, okay, should be looking, can be, highly recommend you to look for the posts in which people are putting out top remote jobs of the week. That is going to have a ton of job seekers in there for you to connect with, okay? If there is a post that speaks to a specific desire, or just being really honest, right? Like I think about some of these more viral posts on LinkedIn that talks about ghosting in the interviewing process, or not being aligned with being a working parent. If your ideal client aligns with that specific desire, okay, or symptom, pain point, those are the posts that you are going to click to find. Because if they resonated, even if they don't go ahead and put a comment down on there, what they're going to be doing is they're going to like. And those engagements, those little reactions is going to give you the breadcrumbs that you need to find their profile. And then from there, you pre-qualify their profile, and then you can do more just, you know, skimming through and deciding, do they have the specialty or the industry that you are niche down on? Where are they from a generational perspective? So for example, when I was a career coach, I worked specifically with millennials. And so I would take a look at, okay, yeah, you know, is there anything that they're using or writing about themselves in the about section that would hint at being a millennial? I would look at their interests and their hobbies if it's listed on the bottom of their profile. Okay. The most powerful thing you can do is to pre-qualify your connections. All right. So I want for you to really, for today's live is so simple, but so effective. I want for you to just take out a piece of paper. Okay. And I'm going to show you what I do. Okay. Literally whipping out my journal for y'all. That's how much I love you guys. You guys are my people, okay? So look at this. I put in here my opportunities, okay? And I started to just map it out. What are all of the different things, all of the different topics of posts? In your case, right? Your homework assignment this week is to map out, okay, do a spider web map. Is that what they call it? A spider web map of all of the different topics that your ideal client would engage in, would comment in, would repost, okay? And then go from there and put it in the search bar, okay? Work-life balance, right? Or remote jobs, okay? And see the posts that have a good amount of reactions and engagements, and you're going to click on the engagements and you're going to literally just scroll. Okay. Now, the key here, okay, is lead generation can be dry. You know, as a former HR leader, I always think about lead generation very similar to what I consider when I was doing sourcing, right? When I was sourcing for candidates. It's not always fun flipping through hundreds of resumes for a good amount of time, right? You can get this zombie glazed over look. And I'm not encouraging you to do lead generation at hours at a time, because could you? Yes. Once you identify who you're looking for and you know where to look for them, okay, then eventually you're going to start seeing that all of the posts that you're starting to engage in, you're starting to look at, the algorithm is going to catch up on that, and it's going to start showing you very similar people, very similar posts, that kind of thing. Okay, you want the algorithm to work on your behalf. And so the more that you can start connecting with your ideal clients, the more that you can start thinking about, okay, instead of thinking through my lens as a career coach, as a leadership coach, right? I'm going to look through the lens of my clients, my job seekers. Where are they engaging? Where are they then sharing their thoughts, their comments, their questions, their concerns? And that's going to be where you're going to find them. All right. But like I was saying, lead generation can be very dry, very boring. My rule of thumb is to spend 15 minutes every other day. So today's Tuesday. Okay. So usually for me, I do lead generation on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And when I say lead generation, I mean, I'm on LinkedIn and I'm looking for those posts, looking for my ideal clients on there, and I'm sending connection requests. Okay. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my response dates. Those are the days in which I prioritize responding. Sometimes if I have a slower day, a Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, yes, I will respond to my connection requests and to my in-mails in addition to sending out connection requests. what I get most commonly asked, okay, from people is, Molly, how can I ensure that people are finding me? And the way that they find you is you have to first raise your hand and show and tell. You got to tell people, this is who I am, this is how I help, this is who I serve, so people know you. Okay. And then from there, right, again, birds of the same feather flock together. When you start connecting with your ideal clients, they too are going to engage and post and share and comment on other people just like them. Okay. And so at the end of the day, lead generation does not have to be something that's daunting. Lead generation does not have to be something that is like, I'm going to have to spend another hour. No, 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 no. Okay. Lead generation can be successfully done 15 minutes every other day. Okay. The second most common question that I get specifically from my clients that I address in my Catalyst group coaching program is, Molly, do I need to aim for a specific amount of connections that I'm sending out on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays? Okay. And here's my answer to that. There needs to be an equilibrium between quality and quantity. Okay. So if I were to break this down, I would much rather, if I had to pick, I would much rather that you have high quality, okay, lower quantity than a ton of connection requests and that the quality is not there. All right. So when I say that, I mean, if you're spending 15 minutes Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and you have pinpointed exactly the kind of posts that your ideal clients will be engaging in, getting both quantity and quality is going to be super easy for you because you already know the post. You already know, like, yeah, this post isn't going to always have my ideal clients in there. You know, no, this post is a little bit more B2B. I really want B2C. Okay. You're going to be able to pick, your eyes will know what to look for. Hence, you find what you look for. That's the title of today's live. Okay. So focus on quality over quantity. But remember that the more that you can dedicate and prioritize your 15 minutes every other day for lead generation, you will organically grow your community by sending out strategic, intentional, genuine, sincere connection requests out for people. And that's when the conversations happen. I literally just hopped off of a connect call with a fantastic colleague. Shout out to Miss Charmaine. Hello. And we were talking about how conversations is where it's at, you know, and that's exactly what happens. Sales, empathetic, experience-based sales, which is my style and what I teach my clients and in the Catalyst program, experience-based sales, okay? It happens through conversation. This is, you know, sure, could you just go in and be really, you know, lean on more your masculine side and just send cold DMs and emails? You could. But if that doesn't feel good to you because you are pitched fatigued, like I am, right? And you only want to work with people who are genuine and authentic and truly have something of value and in service to you, the best way to get people is through experiences with you, which requires that you have conversations with people. Okay. So to just wrap this up, okay, again, I am diving in so much more detail of lead generation tomorrow, Wednesday, February 7th at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern for a whole power hour. Okay. And we're also going to have Q&A. So if you have any questions or you want to dive into this even more, join us tomorrow. We've already have over 65 people registered. So woo, there's going to be a big group of amazing people who are trying to learn the exact thing that you are learning. All right. So I'll put in the chat right here for you. Feel free to snag a ticket before it all gets sold out tomorrow because I am not going to be talking to 100,000 people. So I'll just be honest with you. Okay. So, and don't wait too long because otherwise you're going to miss out on the replay link and all that jazz. Okay. But anyway, recap. Okay. When you are finding your clients, okay, you want to narrow it down off of posts. First, you got to identify who your person is, and then you think about do the spider web exercise that I was just talking about, and then narrow down the topics. What are the things that they're going to engage in? What kind of posts are they going to reshare, repost, react, and engage with? Those are the posts in where you can find your clients. All right. With that being said, all of my love. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you next week as well. Bye.